Namaste and welcome everyone. Thank you so much for choosing to be here. My name is Kristyn, if we haven't had the pleasure of practicing or connecting together just yet, and I'm so excited that you are here. In today's short video, I'm going to be guiding you through a very beginner-friendly and introductory step-by-step guide or pranayama clinic for Bhastrika Breath or the Bellow's breath. This is an active breathing technique where we focus on an active inhale as well as an active exhale. So sometimes it can be considered similar to the effects that we experience with Kapalabhati breath or the skull shining breath. But in this variation of breath, we are focusing on active inhale and active exhale. I invite you, as you're stepping into the light of this practice, to just be really mindful of any contra-indications such as hypertension, anxiety, or overwhelm. For this practice has a really energizing effect for the body, the nervous system, and the mind. You can think of it like expelling all of the stagnant CO2 from within the body in the bloodstream, and we're inviting in more oxygen, more prana. So it has a really energizing, awakening effect to the body and the mind, as well as a very cleansing effect for the respiratory system. Within this breathing technique, it's a good point to know that we will be focusing on breathing in and out through the nose. So although this is a very cleansing technique for the respiratory system in the nasal passages, you may take a moment to pause this video to do that yourself before stepping into this practice. As well, I invite you to just listen to your body today. Take this step by step. You might simply just listen and follow along, or if you feel called to participate, that's great too. Take things nice and slow and just trust your body. If something doesn't feel right, I guarantee you it's probably not. And you can find a breathing technique that really works well for you and your body. I do invite you to explore this practice if you are leaning into it, to enjoy it within the morning, perhaps as part of your daily morning routine, or at the beginning of a yoga asana practice, but perhaps refrain from enjoying it in the early evening or at night before bed, because again, as I mentioned before, it does have an energizing effect. When you are ready, I'll invite you to come to a comfortable seated position, perhaps easier sweet pose, sitting on top of a block or a bolster, or you might come to sit on top of the knees or the shins, and again, you might slide a block underneath your seat for more support. Enjoying this breath from a seated position. And when you're ready, just relax your hands down to your thighs, sitting up nice and tall. And just know that today, for the breathing technique, and this being just a very beginner-friendly introductory video, we're going to be using the arms. So perhaps I'll first demonstrate. Again, this is a breathing technique focusing on active inhale, active exhale, and we're going to take it nice and slow. Using the arms, we can really help to focus on creating space for the breath, and then using these gestures to really focus on the exhale and the inhale. So for example, we're going to be taking our hands up by our sides, hands into fists on the exhale. But to begin, we'll start with our hands open, and on the inhale, we'll reach up. So we're creating space into the sides of the body, more space for the breath. Big inhale, and then on the exhale, we'll bring our arms down by our sides as we bend the elbows and bring the hands into fists. Okay, so we'll just begin by closing down through the eyes, and we're going to start with a couple of Dirga Pranayama cycles, or the full yogic breath, really just to settle into this moment and to explore and engage our full lung capacity. So just closing down the eyes, bringing attention to the breath in the nostrils, and just start to deepen into the experience of the breath here. Drawing the breath down into the lower lobes of the lungs. And then in your own time, start to weave in the full yogic breath or the 3-part breath. Inhaling down into the belly, up into the ribs, and finally up into the chest and the neck. Exhale, release all three regions or compartments together. Good, and we'll do this a couple of times. Just allowing yourself to land here in this space. And again, you might just maintain or stay with Dirga Pranayama and just listen to Bhastrika Breath. Or if you feel called to follow along, you can join in. Take one more full yogic breath here. Exhale to release. Softly flutter the eyes open. Bend the elbows, take your hands out by your shoulders. Palms face open and fingertips up. And then we'll begin. Just a couple of rounds here to begin. Let's start with 10 rounds of Bhastrika Breath. On your next inhale, breathe in deeply. Active inhale, reach up. Exhale deeply, bend the elbows, bring your hands into fist. Arms down by your sides. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale fully. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Pause. Relax your arms down by your sides. You might close down the eyes and just return back to your natural flow of breath. Just take a moment here to notice how you feel. In the physical body, in the mind, the energetic anatomy of the body, the nervous system. Perhaps you generated a little bit of warmth or wakefulness. Just notice. And when you're ready, fluttering the eyes open. And so I'd like to move through one more round, a set of 10 of Bhastrika Breath, if it feels ready for you. Perhaps you just listened to the first round and now you feel called to join in. But again, I invite you to listen to your body, what feels right and what doesn't, and trusting that knowing. Sitting up nice and tall, arms out by your sides, palms open, fingertips up. Inhale deeply, reach up. Exhale, hug navel to spine, let go of all of the breath, hands into fist. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Letting that go. Relax your hands back down towards your thighs. Return back to your natural flow of breath. And again, just take a moment, this awareness pause to notice how you feel. I don't know about you guys, but I feel energized. Warmth, sense of wakefulness. But if not, that's okay too. When you're ready, flutter the eyes open. This is a wonderful reminder that if you don't experience some of the therapeutic benefits on your first time exploring this breath, just be patient with yourself. It takes time for our bodies to get used to these new breathing techniques. It takes time for our nervous system to really feel the full benefits of these techniques. As you are leaning into your experience of Bhastrika Breath, I invite you to take it nice and slow. Just enjoy these shorter rounds or cycles of 10. And again, enjoying this practice as part of a daily morning routine or ritual, or before your yoga asana practice. but avoid leaning into this breath later in the afternoon, the evening before bed, because it does have the energy of a cup of coffee for some people. I would really love to thank you so much for choosing to be here today, choosing to explore this yoga pranayama clinic. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Let me know what you liked, what you learned, how you feel. If you have any questions, as well, if you are here from the 200-hour Embodied Wisdom Yoga Teacher Training, please let me know that you are here so that we can follow along your journey and your experience. If you're feeling called to attend an online yoga teacher training, I can't speak highly enough about this one, offered through the School of Living Yoga and the wonderful faculty of teachers present here. And this online portal has really brought together like-minded beings from all around the world, and it's really such a beautiful experience, and we would love to connect with you. So please leave a comment down below if you'd like some more information, and I really look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.